all know that slow practice is absolutely essential. It's like the holy grail of piano playing. Horowitz did it, Rachmaninoff did it. Basically, all the greats agree that it is the foundation of piano practice. But it's not enough. There is still a gap that we need to bridge between slow practice and the actual tempo of your piece. And that becomes even more clear when your piece is very fast. So if you've ever had your practice go perfect in slow and then been unbelievably frustrated and discouraged when you tried your slow practice, when you tried it in fast tempo, then keep watching because this video is for you. Now I know I'm supposed to keep it short and snappy and pretend that there's one exercise that's gonna fix it all. But here on this channel, we don't care about the views. We care about telling the truth as it is. There is not one thing that I can share with you that's gonna fix all your problems and bridge all your gaps between slow and fast. But what I can do in this video is I can show you, hopefully that will give you some insight so that you can start applying those things to your situation. Okay, so let's do it first once in slow. Okay, so that's the first phrase. First thing you have to do is you have to analyze. While you're playing slow, you have time to think. This is the mistake that I see a lot of people making. You're practicing slow and you're thinking about what to have for dinner. No, you have to use every single ounce of concentration you have to analyze, to try to do better, to listen. So those three things are really important in slow because you can exactly feel what are the tricky things. Even though you're not playing fast, you can already predict what's going to go wrong in fast. So try to predict what is going to go wrong if you play it fast. When I was playing it slow, my absolute prediction is going to go wrong every time your thumb is going, under. So every time your thumb is going to go under, this is a problem area, right? This is a vulnerability, let's say. So these are things that you have to work on in slow. If you don't work on them in slow specifically, that already will not help you bridge that gap between slow and fast. So try to analyze already in slow what are vulnerabilities that are going to mess you up in fast. So number one vulnerability is the thumb keeping on going under. It's doing that a lot. So you have here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 5 times in the first 2 bars. Those are 5 vulnerabilities. Of course, this is going to go, 9 times out of 10 is going to go wrong if you try to play this fast immediately. This is something that you need to practice consciously while you're practicing slow. Try to make that movement as natural as possible. Try to feel if there's anything you can do to improve. Try to observe your hand. How is it moving? My hand is moving honestly a little bit stiff, even though I can play this fast without mistakes. I do observe that in slow, even though it doesn't go wrong, right? I observe that in slow tempo is actually, the movement is a little bit stiff. It can be still improved. Okay, so step 1, listen and analyze. Look for vulnerabilities in slow tempo. So here comes number 2, exercises, right? Exercises are things that we use to bridge the gap between slow and fast. Here, an exercise that you can do when you have a long passage, or in this case, perpetually fast notes. What you can do is you can build it. So you don't go from when you go from the sauna, when you jump from the sauna into the ice cold bath, don't do that. Build it up slowly. So that means adding things. Try, for example, the first triplet fast combined with the first note of the next triplet. So the first 4 notes fast. Does that go well? Yeah, okay. Then try the first 2 triplets, so 6 notes plus the first one of the next one, so 7 notes. Nope. If that goes well, try the whole bar plus the first note of the next one. If that doesn't go well, take a step back. Why am I doing the first note all the time of the next one? That is exactly what we're talking about, right? Making bridges. That is to make the connection. Connections are incredibly important, and connections are vulnerable areas as well. If you want to practice the first triplet, make sure you make the connection between the 2 triplets, right? There are some other exercises that you can do. They're called rhythms. We've done this, Dimitar and I have done this in the past a lot. We know a lot of famous pianists also who have done them while they were building their technique, and they're really amazing also for bridging that gap between slow and fast. As usual, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to check out Dimitar's music. He's actually already got 80,000 monthly followers. We're very happy and we're very grateful for all the people that are enjoying his music. So don't forget to check it out. I'll put it in the description box below. And thank you so much. If you're interested in one of the exercises, go and check out these videos over here. Don't hesitate, of course, to ask us any questions. Thank you so much for watching and see you next week.